Welcome to Enfys Tarot. Today is Monday, December 23rd, 2024, and it is time for Earth Magic Monday. So let me go ahead and pull some cards. I'm going to shuffle these back in. I've been pulling some cards already this morning, just sort of getting ready for you guys, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about this reading today, because it is fresh off of that winter solstice, right? It's a celebration of light, and it's that time of year for us to kind of hunker down in our cozy little homes and connect with people that we love and just appreciate life. So let's find out what is going on today, Earth Magic Monday style. All right, first card, Dreamtime, creation. I've been hearing so much lately about people having these amazing dreams and super weird dreams. And, people who typically don't remember their dreams are waking up remembering their dreams. So it's a really good time to be focusing on your subconscious, listening to those dreams. If you're someone who, you've always thought, I should start journaling, I should start writing things down, and you never know what to write down. You're like, I have nothing interesting to say because you're just not in that headspace. Dream journaling is a really good way to take just a few minutes in the morning, because you don't have to think about something interesting to say. You can just write down what you remember from your dream the night before. And this really helps people expand on their creative flow. And right now is a great time of year to be focusing on creativity, because you're not outside as much. You are in your head a lot more because there are fewer distractions. So rather than get comfy in your PJs and hunker down to watch a movie or play on your phone, why don't you try hunkering down and getting cozy and listening to your thoughts and writing some things down and doing some meditation? And better yet, do something creative with your hands. Make something tangible, right? Do some kind of art. That is such a wonderful way to allow our brains some flow space. And I encourage that right now. That's what's coming in with these cards. Wow, the next card coming in is invocation, ceremony. Talk about magical tarot. I mean, invocation and ceremony, you see what this person is doing? They are doing something with their hands. It's time to be doing some creative stuff with your hands. Make it part of your daily life right now. See if you can get in a habit of playing and being connected. And when you're doing this, when you're doing these things with your hands, allow your thoughts to daydream. Allow yourself to think about all of the ways that you would love to experience life. It's a really good time to start planting some seeds of manifestation. Even if you always do, or if you never have, now's a really good time to be doing that kind of stuff, because you're not running around outside. Many of us are not doing the same kind of, it depends on where you are. If you're on the East Coast or anywhere, not south, it's cold. It's super cold right now, and most people don't want to be outside. It's just too cold to be outside and be comfortable. It's hard to connect because we're shivering. Instead, be safe in your house, right? Enjoy your space and allow it to protect you, so that your little percolations can be coming up, bubbling up, and you can be thinking of all of these amazing creative things while you're doing something with your hands. And then that's going to trigger something. And if you're daydreaming about manifestations while you're doing things with your hands, that has a profound effect on manifesting. I don't know why it works that way, but it does. And now is the time to be doing that. So, okay, so we've got dream time and then ceremony, invocation, and creation. What's in next? Next is wind, activation. That's what we were just saying. There's something about manifesting, daydreaming while you're doing something with your hands that activates it. That was the word I was looking for. It's activation. This is really a beautiful, beautiful reading today, and release of the autumn equinox, right? I realize it's winter solstice, but this is the Earth Magic Tarot deck, and this is talking about release. So there's that other, you're releasing things, the energies that you no longer need, and you're also releasing your creative thoughts and daydreams into the universe. You're releasing those vibrations, those frequencies out there, because think about something that you love to do with your hands, some kind of creative thing, like whether it's sitting down like painting or crocheting or weaving or cooking or doing calligraphy, playing music, whatever it is. Think about that feeling when you're there and how you're like in flow, right? Well, I don't know how to say this in a way that everyone will understand, but the timeline of this is like, okay, you're going to have this dream, and then you're going to write it down when you wake up, right? You're going to do the dream journal. And then later on in the day, you're going to be doing something with your hands. And while you're focusing on whatever you're doing, your mind is going to start wandering and it's going to start daydreaming. And some of those parts, those subconscious parts that came up from the dream are going to be very present. And you're activating your manifestations. It's a really, really cool thing to do. It feels really, really good. And you would be surprised at how well it really works. You turn around, 3 months from now when springtime hits and you're like, wow, I was thinking about this exact thing at the beginning of winter when I was sitting there having those crazy dreams. I imagined myself standing in this place right now, and look, here I am. That's how manifesting works. Whale, breach. So it is time for you to rest. It's time for you to let go of the contracts that you established last winter. Last winter, when you maybe weren't as present to this conversation here, you, I promise, at some point were milling about doing something with your hands while daydreaming. And then at some point in the spring and summer, you were like, I was afraid of this, or I was hoping this would happen. Something happened, right? So with it being the end of fall here and the beginning of winter, it's time for you to break those contracts from last year and let that energy go. Establish new ones. Creation, invocation, activation, release, and breach. Focus. What are you focused on? Focus. Focus, 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 focus. What are you focusing on? This is both a question and an answer, this card right here. This is a question and an answer. It's like you want to be focused on the seeds you're planting. You want to have something to do that you're focusing on so that you're acting in invocation. You're activating that wind energy. This is very Eight of Wands energy here, activating and whooshing something through, right? What you're focused on right now is going to be manifested at some point, and it's likely going to manifest in the coming year, whether you realize it or not. So many people don't believe in manifesting because they don't notice when it happens. It's always happening. Focus right now on what you're thinking about, where your subconscious lies. That way, and write it down. If you can write it down, it's even better, because then 3, 4, 5 months from now, when you say to yourself, wasn't I thinking about this over the winter? You can go back and kind of take a look at it and be like, yeah, I was really focused on that at that time. So amazing, beautiful, beautiful spread today with these Earth Magic cards. I'm going to pull just a few Rider-Waite-Smith. In fact, I think I'm going to pull 6. I'm going to pull 1 card for each of these Earth Magic cards today. And I know you can't see the spread, but that's kind of okay. I'm going to hold these cards up in pairs for you. So can we get a card for the Dreamtime Creation Earth Magic card? What do we need to know about Dreamtime Creation? This is what comes through for Dreamtime Creation. This is the 8 of Swords in reverse. You see this pair here? What you're being asked to do is allow the creativity. Don't block the creativity. Don't dismiss your dreams. Don't dismiss the ideas that are coming in right now. They're messages. They're really important messages. And you don't want to create a barrier around you that tells you that's dream, it's nonsense, it's nothing. And you don't want to allow the worried dreams and things to trap you either. This needs to be very flexible, very in flow, okay? So that's your card coming in for Dreamtime. It's the 8 of Swords in reverse. Could we have a card for Ceremony Invocation, please? Oh, okay. This one just fell out. This is the 10 of Swords. When you are combining the 10 of Swords with the Ceremony Invocation card, couple of things are happening. You want to bring closure to situations. This also feels a little bit like that breach and release that we're getting here. You want to honor the things that have been. You want to honor them for what they've been and for the time they've spent here. And you want to allow closure when needed. Honor those who have left. Okay, if you have lost, everyone here, I'm sure, has lost some loved ones. And the holidays are a really special time of year for a lot of people in many different ways. And one of those ways is that we start really thinking heavily about the people in our lives, especially the people that we've lost, because we probably spent a number of holidays with them, connecting with them, sharing with them. I can tell you, I've lost someone this year, and they were a person who, for my entire life, sent a Christmas card every single year. And my husband brought in the mail just 2 days ago, and when he brought the mail in, I thought to myself, I'm not going to have a Christmas card from that person. This will be the first time in my life where I'm not going to have that card come in. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks, you know. That is something that I should take that moment for and have a moment of invocation and ceremony over. Really sending out my gratitude to that person. Really fixing myself to what it is that person brought to my world and what I should continue. Having that ceremony is going to be really important. Okay, wind. What are we going to get with wind activation? I'm feeling like these all need to be kind of put back in order for me to get this card that's needed for wind activation. There it is. All right. 2 of Swords, wind activation, making a decision, getting off the fence, making a choice. Stop doing nothing. Freezing, being paralyzed is the one thing that can stop the activation. You got to make a decision. You got to make a choice. You got to act. Doing nothing is also an action, but it is the one action that will create what you don't want. That's for sure. You know, it's like there are other things that you could do that would create negative consequences, but doing nothing for sure is going to result in whatever it is you don't want. Don't be paralyzed, okay? Wind activation, you got to make a choice. You got to make a decision and do it, all right? Release, autumn equinox. What card are we getting in for release, autumn equinox? So the High Priestess card is the card of information, hidden information, things behind the veil, all right? So leaning into your intuition right now will help you know what to release, all right? That's what we're being told right now. And this release is going to be creating the space for our new manifestations, the things that are coming, all right? Breach, what card, what action card are we going to get for breach? Victory. Breaching the contracts of last year are going to result in new successes, overcoming obstacles. And also there's the acknowledgement of the obstacles that you have overcome over this past year. That's really important. You don't want to let that stuff slide. You have, because you're a human, we all have this tendency to focus on our failures, focus on the negatives, focus on the things that we try to avoid again in the future. When we keep focusing on only those things, we neglect all of the successes along the way, all of the things that worked. And focusing on those things that worked are really, really important, okay? So in this card, you're going to let go of the things that are no longer serving you from this past year. Break the contracts for victory in the future, okay? Break the contracts so that you can establish success, overcoming obstacles, and victory in the future. And finally, crystals, focus. What is coming in here? Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups coming in with focus. Okay, she's holding the space. She's holding the space. Hold the space. Hold the space for your emotions. Hold the space for your creativity, your ideas, your subconscious, your dreams, your communication. Hold the space for those things. And the fact that there's the crystals in this focus card makes me also think it's probably a good idea to start meditating with some crystals, maybe some amethyst. I mean, these are purple crystals here. So allowing that focus to come in, really meditate. It's time for some meditation, holding the space there. All right, guys, one final card, and then it'll be time to go do the things for the day. Let's find out what is our one final card for the road. And if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. My goal is to have 500 subscribers by May of 2025. That's what I would like to see happen. That will make me feel like things are on track, like I am reaching people who need to hear this information. I don't know, actually, I don't know why that's my goal. It's just the number that hit and the date that hit, and that's what I'm sticking to, okay? So I don't really know why that's my goal, but that's my goal, 500 by May 2025. So if you can help me out with that, like boost the algorithm, like it, comment it, share it, subscribe, do the things to help me if you enjoy this content, and hopefully other people will get the message as well. King of Cups in reverse, okay. This is your final takeaway for the day. Try not to manipulate your inner dialogue, okay? The King of Cups in reverse can sometimes be manipulative, and that is the feeling that I'm getting most strongly from this card today. Try not to allow your inner dialogue to get in the way of your goals, of the plan of action that we have put out here on this reading today. That inner dialogue can really get in the way of a lot of things, especially our subconscious, especially our manifestation. So be careful with that, okay? All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I will see you tomorrow for True Intentions Tuesdays. Have a great day, and I'll see you then.